Starting broadcast. All right. So, new one. We're going to. We're good. We're good. This tape is just so effective. Did this do anything? Boy, I look like a freaking angel now. Okay. Add. Boop. Copy. Add. Invite. Gentlemen, invites have been sent. I am going to post everything and destroy everything. We're deleting this. Deleting this one. Posting again. Post. I have one viewer. I wonder if that viewer is me. I'm gonna go on Twitter and delete everything that I. Oop. Man. What the fuck? Invite. Sent it to you. And I'm going to fix this.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here. Is it working?
Here's the question. Is it? Is it working? You have shown up.
I have.
You have shown up.
Oh, wonderful.
Now the question is, will Rosen show up?
I'm in the...
Is it working?
I'm in the video?
Yes.
Yes! I just saw myself pop up. That was alarming. Okay. I'm going to click away so I don't stare at myself the whole time.
Yes. Smart.
Good. Okay.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of gravy links. So,
okay.
To go off of what I was saying before, because me and Patrick Gibeny started a chat before I started going live about YouTube's new algorithm change. I guess it's not really an algorithm change. It's more of a guideline for content creators getting ad revenue from their videos. And that they've basically moved the goalposts a little bit farther from people. Though, from what I read about it, the overall fact of the matter is that it's not really that hard of a goalpost to be getting past. It's not that hard of a goalpost to be achieving, as long as you're diligent.
Mm-hmm. And from my perspective, I don't meet the requirements because I don't have enough subscribers.
Right.
If I did, I would. So if I had like twice as many subscribers as I did right now, I have about 500. I would qualify.
Right.
I upload very regularly. but
So
we
I
can get
mean,
into it.
for me, it's the same thing as like I upload rarely. I've stated that I want to eventually get back into the swing of things and start creating content again. What that content is basically the same sort of stuff that I've always created, which is a lot of inconsistent material. But the problem with me is that, or the problem with this platform in general, the platform I'm streaming on right now, is that I personally don't know if the algorithm will be kind to my return to it. I personally, it just, the metrics don't add up in my mind. And it's not to say that I won't produce things. It's just to look at it from a historical standpoint. Back when you and I started on YouTube, it was a little bit easier for eyes to see us. At least I and this is where we're gonna. This is why.
Well, say your point, then I'll listen.
Right. Algorithmically, which is such a mumbled word to say. Before the change went from views per minute or watchers per minute to from view counts to watchers per minute, it was easier for people to actually, I think, discover. I think what I'm saying is it's going to be harder for people to be discovered on the platform. And I felt like back when we started, it was easier for people to be discovered on the platform. Before you say, well, that's because there is a much larger user base, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
But I feel that algorithmically, the content that is pushed forward by YouTube is content that I don't feel interested in creating or developing. And so YouTube will put me on a different search engine than anything that they want to push forward for people to find.
I see what you're saying, and I agree with you. But, I mean, look at the type of stuff that we have always made. It has never, ever been about making a living through YouTube.
No, and that's the one thing is, I mean, there was a point in my life where I was striving for a paycheck from YouTube, but I pretty much, as soon as I actually got, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. As soon as I earned the right to monetize my videos, which I think I was grandfathered in. I think I was grandfathered into the I think I was grandfathered into the partner program because of because I mean I only have 105 subscribers, and my view counts on my main channel, which is the Pat Hazard channel, it's what you call it? It's 15,000, and that 15,000 has been grown from about 10 plus years.
All right. So
I think I was grandfathered in back when the entry-level unit was smaller for the partner program. But even, okay, to get to the point when I was saying about once I got that privilege, I realized that the content that I was creating was not something that could warrant being monetized on. I understood the responsibilities that the content that I needed to create to be monetarily viable was stuff that I wasn't creating, and I knew that I wasn't looking for that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, so here's the thing. I've done a lot of research into making a living through YouTube recently. I know some people that are making a go of it. I've been kind of watching them and helping them out because it's not something that I'm particularly interested in, but I know a lot about it, so I was able to give them some advice, but they didn't. Anyway, so they're doing pretty good for themselves, and luckily they have reached this new criteria that YouTube set out before they set out. But in terms of the monetization requirements, it used to be a lot more strict. If you remember, they needed to like manually review you, and just to be a partner, it was on the same level as being YouTube preferred these days, or Google preferred.
Right.
And then they made it so that anyone could be a part of it. And I wasn't watching too closely, so I might be a little inaccurate, but it became a lot easier. And as long as you weren't uploading like music videos that you didn't own the rights to, you could make money off of something as long as you own the content.
Right. But I mean, and the other thing that the one thing that I was really excited about that when they opened that up to the user base was the custom thumbnails, which I thought was kind of odd that they kind of wrote that off for preferred people initially, because I thought that was something that would have been very helpful for anybody. Like that's kind of like an initial leg up.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. But to get to the larger point, I don't think it's right now YouTube is having a crisis.
Yes.
So they are in total damage control. They got for however it happened, it's their own fault, but they are not in control of their platform right now.
No, they're not.
What happened, I'm sure you're aware, is the adpocalypse happened, where ads were going up against videos that advertisers didn't want to advertise against, Pepsi on Ice's videos, that sort of thing.
Right.
And that is their main priority. So I don't think it's a matter of they have a thing against small creators. I think we need to shore up the revenue stream so that our business doesn't die.
Right.
And
so
it's not as important that subs is happy right now.
I can understand that, and I appreciate that, but I have a feeling that they're causing. To me, the thing about it is the platform seems to not. It's not cultivating the little guy as much as I feel it should be, and this is where the opinion comes in. Yeah. It's not cultivating the opinion. It's not cultivating the little guy like it should, and that's
totally their fault.
Right, and it's not punching the big guys enough. If that makes sense. The bad
was what we were talking about a little bit. They've done it to themselves by kind of creating this environment of what we're talking about, where it's pandering to advertisers and kind of content.
It's get me the most amount of eyes watching me constantly.
Exactly.
It's an algorithmic sort of nightmare, and it's a grind.
Yeah.
But
if you look at it from YouTube's perspective, if you're looking at the who you're going to give attention to, you can't like choose a specific kind of content over another other than just
true
based on terms of service type stuff. But you have to look at it who's getting the most views and just data, because there's billions and billions of people on YouTube. It's impossible to pick and choose who gets what.
I know.
And not to say that they haven't messed up. They certainly have. But I can understand why they would give preferential treatment to, say, the Logan Pauls or the whatever vloggers, because their content is generally safe and is advertiser friendly. And right now, they really need to keep their advertisers happy, because that kind of,
because the most view count is the most important part for the advertisers.
They said that the chickens are running the hen house. Is that the saying?
Yeah, chickens chickens come home to roost, but it's like chickens run the hen house, basically.
Something about, anyway. So they set out these base rules, and they underestimated the ability of the user base to corrupt those rules and to their own advantage. So I think it's not so much the little guy.
Garbage.
But it's not so much that, in my opinion, that the little guy deserves a leg up. It's that we tried to give the little guy a leg up, and they ruined the whole fucking website.
I mean, true. And I guess that's the truth. My fear, and this is the thing that I said before, is that I've been on the ground floor of another video sharing platform way back in the day called Blip. And Blip started essentially doing the same thing that YouTube did, which was give its creators a lot of freedom and then give them ad revenue and give them anything. There's one thing that Blip did right that I wish YouTube implemented, but it's never implemented it, and it kind of frustrates me. But I'll get to that at a different point. But basically what happened was then Blip got bought up by Maker. And then the first thing Blip that changed about Blip's websites is they cut off the free upload from its user base. And then they asked you to pay to upload. And then they started a judgment process to choose who got to create for their platform. And that's when they started kicking off other users so that it was only the top quality users being made. And then by at the end of its life, when I believe by this point Maker had gotten bought by Disney, so eventually Blip got eaten alive, and it basically drowned itself in its own sort of exodus to create quality content. And it kind of it was sad to watch, because at one point it was a very glorious, it was a very good platform, and it was showing a lot of freedom and a lot of restraint and understanding of some of these creators need to create this and we're going to watch out. Now, granted, this was still something where it was a very small community, so the platform was watching that, or it was watching its top creators. So if a top creator was performing badly, it was snuffed out pretty quickly. So my fear is that YouTube might go to that model of changing its upload process to one where it's like, well, are you a premium content producer? Because if that's the case, if you're not,
I don't
why are you
charging to upload, because Google's entire business model is it's free to get in the door, and then they make money off of you advertising against you.
That's true. That is true.
So that's why I'm not afraid of that happening. And but I can see them, if they did go that route, people wouldn't use YouTube anymore. And you know, it's such an important social media platform all over the world. It's the only really large, viable video hosting service that's available for free. That lets you.
That's starting to get overshown by other platforms.
It's not at all. Well, Facebook isn't a video hosting platform.
It isn't, but it's trying to.
But if I could see that happening, I could definitely see Facebook splitting off into its own video thing.
It's starting to implement it to a certain degree also, but I do have to say Facebook does have a long way to go to get where it is on the same level as YouTube. But
it is. They are Instagram. They're the same.
There's some user bases that originated on YouTube that are going off onto different platforms. The gamer user base, ostensibly from YouTube, has now basically jumped from YouTube and jumped onto Twitch. Understandably, for its ease of use, it's more direct contact from content producer to user base, or to viewer base, and it streamlines the process of, rather than editing down your gameplay videos, it's all there, it's all live.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that, but I guess I don't see that. I don't see an alternative right now for just high definition free video hosting.
True.
You can self curate and brand and stuff. And I think YouTube's got the market cornered in that regard.
Yeah, I just like I said, I just worry that sometimes it seems like the focus is becoming more and more grind based and less about the content base. Which,
if you want to make a career out of it, yes.
Yeah.
I think that.
But that's the one thing that's why I keep holding my tongue to this. Like, I can have all these opinions, but generally speaking, it's one of those things where it's a free platform and I have zero control over it. And the other thing is, I never wanted to make it a career. Like, there was one point in my life, but then, like I said, I understood very quickly. Like I was like, I like having a wife and you know, having free time.
Yeah, yeah, and actually, I I totally agree with that because I was flirting with the idea last year of trying to make a career out of it in some way or another,
Mm-hmm.
and like I found myself pandering and trying to make commercially viable content over content that I actually wanted to create, or even corrupting content that I was creating into that type of commercially viable stuff. Like I put a bunch of videos back live just as part of a New Year's resolution to keep everything I make that is of any kind of quality live and don't take it down because I'm prone to do that. So that's for a year, I'm not taking anything down that I upload.
Good.
But I made a how to make a t-shirt video.
I love that video.
You know, well, I was ripping off Threadbanger and I got affiliate links and I got this and I got this. And
Really?
yeah, and I took it down because I finished it and I uploaded it and I watched it and I'm like, I'm just trying to sell something. I'm not doing something for the love of it. But I put it up because it's a decent quality video. But
I thought it was pretty good because I liked the everyman aspect of uploading of I love the everyman aspect of the project itself, that anyone could start screen printing.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make it because I had already done it and it was easy.
And it seemed like an entry-level project, which is cool.
Yeah, it's simple. And then like the camera reviews and stuff, I don't know if I'm going to make any more of those because they're easy to make and they get views. But I mean, they're not. They're just to generate. They're just content that's easy to generate. And I don't know if like I don't enjoy it. That's why I haven't made them in a while.
Right.
And they're certainly not creatively fulfilling. But then when I make something like I uploaded 2 music videos this past week, and those were enormously creatively satisfying. But I instantly started losing subscribers because they. Say hi, Angie.
Because
it's not the content that people subscribe to see. But I don't care about that. I've decided it's irrelevant because if it's not creatively satisfying, it's not worth uploading.
Why did people not, wait? So why did people not like those videos? Because
I kind of marketed myself for a month or 2 as this tech review-y type thing, and just to get content rolling. It wasn't for any other reason.
It was a whiplash of content.
Yeah, just to keep stuff going up. So I didn't care what I made. Well, I did, but I didn't want it to be.
So I'm going to be a little bit honest with you. Those content videos, they were great. I couldn't watch them because of the audio quality.
Really?
I mean, you know, it's a live video, and you're using what your what are you to what?
I used my Rode.
Yeah, but it's very up close, so like the bass is really puffed out. I was also watching on my phone, which probably wasn't a good thing.
That might have been it. I don't know. But then, well, anyway, I won't make more of those. No,
I mean,
if I feel like it, I might, but I don't. Yeah, they're not. But I'm really proud of the videos I just uploaded because I went to this awesome music festival, and one of my favorite new bands was headlining, and it was like a free festival, and I knew the guy that was throwing it, and I got in with I brought my best camera, my best gear, and I got like front row for the headliner, and then they're called Days and Days. And look into them on your own time, but they're great. They're like a punk folk type thing.
Okay.
So subjective, but it was great because I had my best cinema gear. I'm getting slow-mo video of everything, and it's amazing. And then the crowd starts moshing behind me.
Oh, no.
Getting smashed into the stage. I'm almost headbutting the lead singer. and then I'm like, ugh. And I just step onto the stage to get my balance. And the next thing I know, they push me up, and I'm standing on the stage. And I know the guy who's throwing the festival, and he's like over there with a GoPro giving me a thumbs up. And I'm like,
there we go.
I guess I'm allowed on the stage. So I got this amazing like HD video of this band literally on the stage with them.
Not bad.
So I had a live version, but the audio was terrible. So I recut that with the actual song from their album.
Oh, okay.
So I have both versions up on my channel.
Good.
And that's the kind of content I'm proud of, but it gets me a drop in subscribers. Oh well.
Fickleness. I mean, you know, the dancing video is the first thing that I've uploaded in months. Besides stagnant images with music, and the dancing video surprisingly got a lot of views, which is weird because it's only about 1:30 or less than that. I think like 2 minutes or more than that. Sorry, but I'm surprised by that, and it also gained 1 subscriber too. So
yeah, it's weird what happens when.
Yes.
That's the reason.
I don't know. I just know a lot of people are like a lot of people I know are under that 1,000 subscriber limit and are turning to Patreon to at very least do something.
That's true.
Yeah. How much money were they making before? Do you know?
A couple bucks, but I think it's more just, for me at least, it's not so much that they're restricting people, because in thinking about it, they should be, because they only have so much money. No, for me, it's more, this doesn't solve the problem they have right now.
Yeah, I agree. I see it more as them trying to make their advertisers not run away.
Trying to basically plug the hemorrhage drain.
Yeah,
It's like
they certainly have a problem, but I can understand why they're taking this approach, because it's the most surefire way to make sure that their moneymakers aren't being abused.
even when the moneymakers are the problem.
Sometimes.
Yeah, they created the problem, but this is how I can understand why they're solving it this way. But it's definitely
because it's
taking care of a paper cut on your leg while your arm's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's just a side effect of how large they've gotten, but also them getting bought out by Google and not understanding their user base.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the other thing I meant to, or one thing I also noticed is that YouTube is is trying really hard to mature itself, like super hardcore mature itself, and try and present itself as a much more mature and responsible and sort of thing. And
A TV station.
What's up?
They're trying to be a TV station.
Well, they're not trying to be a TV station or a network. They're trying to promote themselves as a viable replacement to the old world television, which I understand is perfectly that is the next evolution. And I've always said YouTube is the next evolution of it, next to Netflix and Hulu. Though Hulu is still a little old world. But the problem is that their user base has not matured with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is
I feel like
some of their user base is not matured with them. Their viewer base is also not matured with them, which is an interesting side effect.
Well, I don't know about that, because I definitely watch YouTube like when I'm looking to find like news or something to watch.
Oh, that's
I don't have cable, so I'll find someone who's streaming CNN on YouTube, or whatever I want to be watching.
Is that legal?
No, but right now it's an abuse of the system. But if CNN wanted more viewers and change their business model, that maybe that could be viable. I would totally do that, but I ain't paying for it.
Yeah, no, true.
Collect my data all you want. I don't want to pay monthly.
Dude, it's not worth it paying for cable. I've been doing the whole streaming thing, and I haven't missed out on anything so far.
I've never paid for cable in my entire life. I mean, my parents did when I lived with them, but since college, 7 years, never had cable, never missed it.
But yeah, no.
The only thing that I would really want cable for now, the first couple seasons are on Netflix, so I can just watch those.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing, and that's why a lot of old world money is scared of YouTube, because of their sort of cornering on the binge and now market.
Well, you see what they're doing, though. The whole net neutrality push is that old world market trying to turn the internet into cable.
And basically,
Screw that.
Yeah, I personally don't know what's going to happen with that. I used to be very doom and gloom, but at this point, it's one of those things where it's like it's such a gray.
I mean, we'll survive no matter what. No one's gonna like die from it, but it'll.
I'm just worried about the spread of news. Like you said, most news is spread through the internet now, especially from Twitter, and with people having less access to that.
Right. Though I will say, I don't know if I consider Twitter to be the most viable news source.
Well,
the most credible.
Certainly, the powers that be are trying to gain control of the flow of information, because if you can control what your population knows and how they know about it, you can control the way they think, you control the way they vote.
Exactly.
We just need China's Great Firewall is what we need. The American Great Firewall.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
How about that crypto, boys?
Woo! I put $5 into Bitcoin, and now it's worth as much as my Dogecoin.
Wait, has Dogecoin been affected by the sudden downturn?
Oh, I don't know.
Dogecoin hasn't been a thing for years.
It totally still is, and it's worth. Well, it was. That's probably nothing anymore.
They're worth about as much as the Futurama Tricky Dick Fun Bill.
Hold on. What's my Dogecoin worth?
I mean, the big thing is that I was so just to hypocriticalize exactly what I just said is that like I was seeing everyone on Twitter going and saying, "Oh yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's in a downward spiral," and then I remembered my mom had put in some money into the cryptocurrencies. I think it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin for Christmas. So she's like, well, you guys will make some money on the side for us. And I'm like, pull out, please. Don't waste your money on us like this.
No, hold.
I know.
Don't scream, pull out, please.
We're writing it. And I'm like,
Hold on. I got to go to Coinbase. I'm pretty sure my Dogecoin is worth more than my Bitcoin.
Oh, God.
I don't know. 42%, though. That's insane.
I know. That's rough. I mean, that's a pretty hefty downturn, but I wouldn't be surprised if it plateaus out and pulls back up a little bit. That's just the way things go. So
I've lost. Actually, no, I've broken even on Bitcoin. I guess I bought low.
Good, smart for you.
Even my $3 is intact. Coinbase takes.
I have invested zero money because currently I have a $435 electric bill, and so
Jesus,
that's I'm trying to move.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
get Casey out here.
Okay, wait. It's lucky you, Pat, to live in the South, so you don't get cold days.
That's right. Well, it was 20 degrees.
What's cold?
Shut up.
Regular cold today.
For context, Pat, I live in Los Angeles.
Okay, I'm in Austin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're totally fine too.
Yeah. Well, no, we're cold.
You got snow, but I mean, like for me, who's on the East Coast in Philadelphia currently, we're having our third or fourth snowstorm of the winter, and it's, I have electric heat, which is even better. I'm gonna Gibeny. I have been having a reoccurring dream that your wedding, it's going to snow.
Let's not feed into that terror.
Right. Thanks, Sandra.
You say that.
I'm just saying, like it's a reoccurring fear that I have right now.
Hey, we got a month for the weather to settle down. Honestly, the way the weather is here, it could go either way.
No, that's true. Also, this is my first ever trip that I'm going that we're using Airbnb.
Okay.
So we're gonna be Airbnb-ing in Austin, which is gonna be interesting.
I think my parents are doing an Airbnb for their trip to Ireland.
That sounds awesome. Should consider that.
It's because my brother's down there for excursion.
Oh, good. Good for him. How's the wrestling going?
Okay. The thing is, I might be moving to Long Beach soon, so I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be transferring to the school down there or still going to the one over here.
Okay, all right.
But I am hoping to get back to it.
That's kind of a hefty commute.
Well, it's more. I'm moving down there for a like a job internship program,
Mm-hmm.
and so and Casey will be moving to probably Anaheim, so
Oh, of course she is.
yeah, because she might be working for Disney. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so that would be more convenient. But yeah, it's going okay. Though tomorrow I'm actually doing ring crew for a show.
Oh, no kidding. Good. PWG?
Oh no, that was last week and it was amazing.
Okay.
Candace is leaving.
Yes, I heard. Congratulations to her.
I'm working her last show.
Independent wrestling. Sorry. This is all independent wrestling talk. I apologize.
I've just been fascinated by the fact that my dog is in my shot and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Actually, I did have a talking point about this that I think would be interesting.
Yes.
There's been a lot of debate about the subject of intergender wrestling.
Intergender wrestling.
Like men versus women.
And
Candice LeRae, who's leaving for WWE, and I'm working her last show tomorrow, she's been like the main proponent of it.
Well, I mean, she's going to have a lot of heavy pushback once she hits those major leagues, especially because of people such as Vince, who are so heavily influenced in their old world views that I hope she's not washed. And
no, she'll do fine. Like, she's going to be facing the women, which is fine, but I would like her to face men as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the main argument I see, which I think this argument is completely unfounded, is that it promotes domestic violence.
I'll be devil's advocate. I kind of understand where that comes from.
I get it, but my main kind of argument is that that's kind of implying that there's no situation in which a woman cannot defend herself. One-sided fight. It's a fair person-to-person fight. And the best intergender matches are booked like they're equals because they're supposed to be equals.
But see, that's the thing, is that the intergender matches are much more
I'm still here.
What's up?
I'm still here.
Okay, you just disappeared.
About wrestling, so.
Okay, no worries. If you want to hide, you can hide.
No, I'm hiding.
But the thing about the intergender wrestling is, the fact of the matter is, it is a much more niche market.
Yeah.
So it's going to be harder to sell that to a major audience.
I guess. I think what they're doing now is they're kind of easing that in because they're doing a big mixed partners tournament.
Okay,
and that's for charity, and they're also having a feud in NXT where they're teasing Sanity's Nikki Cross with Adam Cole. So who knows? That could go somewhere.
But wait, isn't Candice and Adam Cole actually partners?
No, she's married to Johnny Gargano.
Oh, Johnny Gargano. Okay. All right.
I think The Rock is.
Everyone has a theory that she's going to take the belt from him.
You think The Rock is what, Pat?
Bungie. That's all I know about wrestling.
It's right.
And he should not run for president. Just please no.
No.
I shouldn't? Or The Rock shouldn't?
The Rock shouldn't.
Oh. I don't.
Because people want him to, and I'm just like, do you not realize what got us in trouble the last time? Celebrities shouldn't run for president.
Or any type of public office, honestly. Unless they can have the political backing behind it.
Like, mayor is the most I'm willing to put up with.
I'm okay with governor. I'm waiting for governor. I can't even make a joke. I have zero celebrities in mind who could run for governor.
Governor Sting.
Yeah, actually, yeah. He would work. He would work. Which Sting are we talking about?
Either one, but more likely Gordon Summer.
Is he the wrestler or is he the musician?
He's the singer.
Okay.
So, fun fact: the wrestler owns the name, and Sting pays him, and the singer pays him $1 a year to use it.
Why?
This is like a friend thing, I guess.
Okay. As long as there's like a mutual understanding and there's not this just like seething hatred that's being built.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of what I was initially going to be talking about. So the streaming thing that I'm doing right now, streaming, yes, hi to the 2 people watching, which is just you 2.
Hello, myself.
I don't know where I'm gonna go with this stream. I don't personally know. The purpose of Pat's Plays, or at least this streaming channel, initially was going to be a gaming channel, and then it was going to be a self-aware gaming channel, and then it became way too meta for me, and I was just like, forget that. And then I just played with the name Pat's Plays and decided that I like to play music, so that's where the streaming thing, that's where the streaming came from now, was to sort of get over my performance anxiety. But I want to evolve it. And so I'm throwing out questions and asking for suggestions. I mean, what would you guys want to see the evolution of this become?
Well, I think a lot of people forget one of the cardinal rules of video making is that one of your most important audience members is yourself. Like, ultimately, if you're not happy with what you're making, then your audience is gonna stop being happy with it too.
Okay. All right. Pat?
Take your top off.
What's up?
Take your top off.
No. Because I don't have the cleavage for people to really get behind that.
Well, whose fault is that?
Basically my dad's.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, just upload. I say upload as much as you can.
Go back to the weekly stream.
Like it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're proud of it, upload it no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And
you could have various things every day, or not every day, but like for various weekdays. Like some days you could do a little freeform concert type thing. Some days you could do it like a tabletop RPG type thing.
I've been wanting to get into the RPG RPG D&D game.
I'd absolutely be down for that, for the record.
I'd be into it too if I could get someone to GM, because I'm too novice to be a GM.
Yeah, same here. You need to find someone who has GM before.
Right. And then the other big thing is that I want to eventually get the setup to a way where I can get multiple camera angles, which is something that is not going to be able to work with the way that it's working right now, just because the Google Hangouts method is the only method I'm able to do right now viably.
Yeah.
Because of just my laptop can only handle so much, and then my computer itself also, or my studio that's down here can only handle so much. So I need to find a rig that can eventually get me to doing multicam setups and stuff like that.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, I think one of the main things I really like about Discord is that it's incorporated streaming into its service.
How so?
Like when I stream, it goes into a streaming mode where it doesn't alert you to like with a noise or anything. So there's there's not that. It auto sets the Discord chat to, or the Discord call to be audible in your stream.
Mm-hmm.
And you can set up a bot to where you can alert anyone in a particular server you're in that you start streaming. Because it started out as pretty much a gaming server, but it's going to evolve into this multimedia thing, and so it is incorporated into all that stuff.
All right. It's definitely a consideration. What type of platform do you use for the streaming? I'm assuming it's Twitch, but what is your OBS?
It's just OBS regular.
Just regular OBS. Now, are you on Windows or Mac?
Windows.
Nope. Well, see, there we go again. Slave to the Apple. Which,
and well, what I'm doing isn't that tech heavy. Like, I'm just playing an old Genesis game at the moment.
Through emulator?
Yeah, but I own the game like 5 times over, so.
Blah, 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 blah. I've also been experimenting with streaming for Instagram because I've been really enjoying the way that their service is kind of turning in, or their stories mode is actually kind of incurring this sort of cool community-based streaming platform on it with the phone. It's actually kind of fun.
I just got into Instagram in a big way. Yes,
you did.
Yeah, I finally got a 21st century phone. My 2009 flip phone for 10 years.
You still use it?
No, I totally all on this now.
All moved on.
Yeah, no, I'm totally on. I use Tello Mobile.
Okay. All right. By the by, I'm a month away from signing up for Movie Pass.
Nice.
I just got Verve a couple days ago.
Yes, a good choice. Though, from what I've heard, the Funimation's a little bit lacking on its titles.
Yeah, but I prefer dubs on Funimation anyway. So.
Okay. All right. I mainly got it to like explore too heavy into Verve, just because of the fact of the matter is I usually get most of my content from the source base right now.
Yeah. I mainly got it to keep up with Team 4 Star's Anime FMK, which is their new anime show.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard the premise? Because this is fantastic.
What's the premise?
Basically, they started with 10 shows per season.
Mm-hmm.
7 of which are picked from user poll. The other 3 are locked in by the show's hosts. Mm-hmm. And then each week, they give each one a rating of fuck, which is they want to approve, and kill, which is they want to stop watching it. And if something whatever gets the most kills after the first 3 episodes is eligible to be cut from the show. And they cut one thing a week once it's had 3 episodes.
Interesting. Okay.
And then at the end of the season, they pick the show they want to marry.
Is this a review series?
More like a roundtable.
A roundtable discussion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I just watched today's episode. It was some good stuff. Have you heard of Pop Team Epic? I've
been seeing GIFs on the internet.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's like Excel Saga for the modern age.
I have no idea what Excel Saga is.
Huh?
I have no idea what Excel Saga is. I am very ill-versed on the animated forefronts. I just know the major players to a certain degree.
Makes sense. The short version is Pop Team Epic is based on a comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed unadaptable in that format. But basically, the whole idea is just to be as random and insane as possible, and they pull it off masterfully.
Interesting. So sort of like a Ren and Stimpy for the...
Yeah, like a Robot Chicken format Ren and Stimpy presentation.
Okay.
Like, the 2 main schoolgirl characters are voiced by Japanese middle-aged men. And actually, there's 2 tracks, one with actual women and one with the comedians.
Yep, sounds like a winner right there.
It's just stupid fun, is what it is.
Sounds like a winner right there. Broken. I'm a broken human being. I'm now to the point where I feel like I'm just an old man. I'm just like the kids these days.
I should mention something, by the way. I know I recommended last time we talked Doki Doki Literature Club. I should probably clarify that there are some very, very heavy images and talk about suicide.
I've already spoiled it. I've already spoiled it. I've watched the game theorist videos on it.
Yeah. I really like it, actually.
I don't feel something like that doesn't really appeal to me. But then again, I'm not really big into the dating game simulator stuff.
Neither am I. I'm more like it for like a metatextual presentation way.
True. I wish there were more like that.
Yeah.
By the way, does everyone see the scarred, destructive versions of my hand right now?
I couldn't tell.
This is just
I'm still here, by the way.
I know you're still here.
All right.
I can see.
I'm just getting something.
Well, even so, I don't know. I don't know if Doki Doki Literature Club is my go-to.
It's definitely not for everybody.
I'm still playing through Undertale, so and I'm loving Undertale, but it's already messed with me once, and I'm like, oh.
Actually, you know what you would like? Night in the Woods.
I've heard good things about that.
I'm fairly certain they just wrote it from my brain.
Interesting.
Because I basically am the main character. It's really freaky, actually.
Interesting.
And it's getting a Switch port now, and mobile coming soon. It's also on PC, Mac, Xbox, Windows, or Windows.
Once I finish Undertale, that's the next game that I'm considering getting. Like I said, I love Undertale. I love the concept of. I'm trying to go the full pacifist route. I started on a neutral route, and then I restarted the game when I realized that I'm like, this is not the way I want to play this game.
Yeah.
I ended up the game revealed something to me, and I was like, oh, that's good. I'm glad that won't be forgotten. That's great.
You need to do a hard reset.
I know, but I can't do a hard reset. How do you do a hard reset? You have to
uninstall and reinstall it.
I can't do that.
I tried to play Zelda once.
What's up?
I tried to play Zelda once. I got most of the way through.
Listen, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We don't need to hear your opinions about video.
Just because you suck at graffiti mode doesn't mean you get to bitch.
They made an MMO version of that.
Suck at beating me up with flames doesn't mean you get to be all high and mighty.
Come over to my house, you play my video games. And by my video games, I mean the only video game that I know how to play.
Come over to my house. We'll see how this plays out on my system.
All right.
I'll bring my PS2. We'll play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. All right.
I never got that far.
I need to get Thug Pro.
Thug Pro, yeah, still pretty solid.
If only to see what others created after the Monster Factory episode hit.
1 second. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to be putting reinstalling my light. Reinstalling. Uh-oh. Yep. Well, I tried. Also, hello, Angie, again.
Hi.
Bowie's here, too.
What's up, little pup? Can't wait to see you in a month.
Just only a month. Almost exactly a month.
It's too soon. We need a vacation.
Yeah.
We told you that we're coming in on the 14th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have now, but you told me before too. All right. Salad, you don't like it.
That's gonna be broken. That's gonna fall. No, that'll be okay. No.
Oh, you met Steve, right?
Steve,
The tall guy?
guy who lives in Somerville, right?
No, never mind. You probably never met him. The guy we moved down here with.
Yes, no, I've met him before.
He will not be able to attend. So
Uh,
unfortunately,
I won't press.
no, I can tell you later. I don't want to put his details on a stream, but
Of course.
it's you know nothing extreme, but it is a little bit of a story.
Okay. Yeah. No worries on that one.
I've been dealing with that today. Ugh.
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm. Wedding party.
What's up?
He's a groomsman.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what about buddy who lives out farther in Pennsylvania? He's gonna be able to make it?
Yeah, he can make it.
Okay.
But I didn't into it. He didn't want to. Well, he had concerns as well, but he's luckily able to make it.
Concerns.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
How's your ass? How's your ass?
This one?
Your ass.
My ass. Oh, it's fine. I got a story about that too, but I will not tell it on air.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Good.
It still pops at awkward moments.
Ew. That's not okay. You might want to get that checked.
Sorry.
Well, either way, I feel like this will be a good place to end the stream anyway. So I'm going to be ending the stream to all 2 viewers watching, which I'm assuming is just
us.
Just you guys. So either way, I'm ending the stream here, guys. Thank you for watching the return of Pat's Plays. We will be streaming next week. It'll either be on Tuesday or Thursday as I get back to my schedule and get back to doing this on a regular basis. Expect a more sort of intimate guitar stream instead of a discussion stream.
Yeah, I broke out the guitar today.
What's up?
Broke out the guitar today. I thought it was gonna be a guitar stream.
It'll be a guitar stream next time around, and we can play. We'll play it out together. How about that, Gibeny?
All right, it'll sync up beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it will sync up beautifully.
All right.
And it will not at all sound blown out on either of our microphones.
It'll just be great.
All right, so thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. This is Pat Hazard signing out.